Hi, I would like to share with you a bit of scripture. Is from First Kings, chapter 1, basically verses 1 to 4. Now King David was old and stricken in years, and they covered him with clothes, but he got no heat. Wherefore his servants said unto him, Let there be sought for my lord the king a young virgin, and let her stand before the king, and let her cherish him, let her lie in your bosom, that my lord the king may get heat. So he sought for a fair damsel throughout all the coast of Israel, and found Abishag a Shunammite, and brought her to the king. And the damsel was very fair, and cherished the king, and ministered to him, but the king knew her not. Now, those scriptures right there are talking about an event that happened near the end of David's life. That he got old. He was basically basically they wrapped him in blankets, but he got no heat. So they were seeking they're seeking a way to make the king feel warm, and just so they saw a young damsel throughout the kingdom. This young woman named Abishag the Shunammite, that she would lie with him, and he would basically get heat, and and she came and ministered to King David, and scripture says that the king did not have any relations with her. Basically, they didn't have sex, and just anyway, this incident made me think of a question that I posed ChatGPT about why do older men seek younger women? I mean ChatGPT says this is a timeless question, and one that has psychological, biological, cultural, and sometimes even spiritual dimensions. Here are a few key reasons that often come up. First of all, there's biological factors. When it comes to reproduction, from a purely evolutionary standpoint, men are often subconsciously drawn to youth because youth is associated with fertility. This doesn't mean that every man is thinking about babies, but evolution tends to shape attraction. When it comes to vitality and health, younger people tend to have more energy and physical health, which can be appealing. Second is psychological reasons, like an ego boost. Being desired by a younger woman can make men feel more youthful, powerful, or validated. Control and influence. Some older men may seek younger women because they believe they'll be more impressionable or easier to influence, though that can lead to very unhealthy dynamics. And the avoidance of aging. Being with someone younger might distract from or help them deny their own aging. Um, Three is cultural and social influences, media and society. Western culture often glorifies youth, especially in women. Movies, ads, and even social media often show older, successful men with younger partners. And there's also the double standards. There's often more societal acceptance of older men dating younger women than the reverse, which can reinforce the behavior. Practical and or lifestyle differences. This is number 4. Different priorities. Older men might already be established financially and emotionally, and younger women may be drawn to that stability, so the attraction can be mutual. And there's also fresh perspective. Younger women might bring a different kind of energy or worldview that older men find refreshing. And finally, number 5, spiritual or moral considerations. If you're coming from a biblical or moral perspective, there might be concern about intentions, power dynamics, and whether the relationship is based on love and mutual respect or something more superficial. Scripture emphasizes maturity, wisdom, love, and sacrifice in relationships, which can challenge motivations based solely on age or attraction. Now, how this ties in with with David and Abishag. Here, here are some lessons in symbolism that come from from this portion of scripture. Um, One, the limits of youth to restore power. David was once a fierce warrior, a magnetic leader, but now he's old, cold, and near death. Abishag's youth couldn't restore his vitality. That says something deeply human. Youth can't reverse aging, and it certainly can't substitute for spiritual strength or authority. Second is the political use of women. I mean, after after David's death, Adonijah asked to marry Abishag, and that's found in 1 Kings 2, 13 to 25, and Solomon sees it as a political move, a play for the throne. In ancient cultures, taking a king's concubine or consort could symbolize claiming his authority. So Abishag wasn't just a nurse. Her presence carried symbolic weight, and Adonijah didn't love her. He saw her as a path to power, and Solomon recognized that and had him executed. This shows how young women were often objectified or politicized, used to fulfill desires or ambitions of powerful men. So tying into the broader question, so why do older men seek younger women? In light of David and Abishag, we can pull out several themes. There's a desire for renewal. Sometimes older men seek youth to try to feel alive again. There's also simple power. Being with someone young and beautiful can be a sad symbol. There's also objectification. When it focuses on youth and beauty, it can dehumanize and overlook a woman's full personhood. And there's also moral wisdom. Just because something is culturally acceptable, like a Daisman suggesting young virgin, doesn't mean it aligns with God's heart. And yeah, I mean, I mean, giving an older man a young woman to lay with it is basically a Middle Eastern practice, and that is, I mean, is basically to help a man gain warmth when he's like cold and just like I mean, but we pretty much can see through modern eyes that this is the case where where older men seek younger ones because they're just like they feel like they they're feeling they're aging and it's like they need something young to basically make themselves feel young, and you see this young hot woman who's like very beautiful, and just like they they want her to be just they want her to be their partner, and just yeah, that's a whole thing of why older men seek younger women. I mean, it's just it's I mean where we get the term trophy wife. I mean, like this woman who basically is young, beautiful, and basically nothing more than eye candy for the husband who's made it to the top, and he wants to brag about his making it to the top by having a wife that he can boast and brag about, and just like just something to think about today, in case you're wondering about King David and Abishai and just all that fun stuff. Anyway, that's pretty much all I have to share with you in this video. So, have a good day, and may God bless you.